Very good morning to all of you. So we will start with the subject microprocessor and interface. In that, we will study the topic of assembly language programming. That is a part of your third unit, which we have already started. So, any query, any doubt you want to ask regarding the previous lectures we have studied? So we have seen all the instruction set. We revised everything. Now next topic is debugging a machine level programming. What do you mean by debugging? We all know you are computer students. Programming skills you have, and you are very good in all these things. So what is a debugging? Can anyone write the answer in the chat box? What do you mean by debugging? I am waiting for the answer. Any more answers? Only one answer. Yes, in this no more answers. Okay, it is used to find the errors or bugs in the program. After this only you can run your program. So debugging is the process of identifying and removing bugs from software or program. It refers to identification of errors in the program, logic, machine codes, and execution. It gives step-by-step information. You have seen many times your cursor roll on when the debugging process starts on your software or any language you are using to write the program. It will take some few seconds for debugging of that machine code. So translating the assembly language to machine code is similar to building a circuit from a schematic diagram whenever we talk about hardware structure. Okay, debugging can help in determining values of registers, flow of program, entry exit point, entry into if else statement, looping of code, calculation check. It will see many things it will help to determine in the program. Common sources of errors like selecting a wrong code, or if you haven't defined any variables in your program, you are not clearing your screen previously, or you are having if else loop but you forgot to end that loop. Okay, or failure to clear accumulator, carry register, failure to set flag before jump instruction. If I'm using some conditional jump instruction, return instruction, or any call instruction, then before that I have to check that flag status. If I forgot to set that flag status, then that instruction will not work. So these are the common sources of error. Two types of debugging is there: static debugging and dynamic debugging. It is similar to visual inspection of circuit board. Static means it's a static thing. It won't run with the time. It is similar to visual inspection of circuit board. It is done by a paper and pencil to check the flowchart and machine code. It is used to the understanding of code logic and structure of program. Starting means by using pen paper I have written a code. For that code first I will draw some flowchart. I will come to know what should be the sequence of your program. Then I will write a algorithm in my own language. Then I will write the code. So I can check and started debugging that structures. Dynamic debugging, it involves observing the contents of registers, or output after execution of each instruction or a group of instructions in a breakpoint technique or a single step technique. Single step technique is mentioned over here. This technique allows executing one instruction at a time and observing the results of each instruction. So this takes time. Here, if I'm having loop, it will run that loop that number of times and then it will come out of that loop. The single step technique is very useful for short programs, not for the long programs. Breakpoint. The breakpoint facility is usually a software routine that allows user to execute a program in sections. In sections, first it will divide the program, then it will start executing that program. Okay, can be set using RST instruction. Then register examine. The register examine key allows you to examine the contents of the microprocessor register. This technique is used in conjunction with either single step or breakpoint facility. This has to be combined with any of the topic listed above, and you can use it to examine the registers, contents of registers in the microprocessor. So this is the debugging process. In short, I have explained. You won't detail notes. It's mentioned, everything is there in the book. So now I will start with the programming skills of 8085 microprocessor. So for that, first you should know the basics of flowchart. You are in third year, so I know you are having a good knowledge of drawing a flowchart. What is its significance? What the logic symbols of your flowchart means? You all know very well. It is a graphical tool. You all know it's a graphical tool that allows programmer to represent various actions. See students, tell me if I am moving fast, or if you are having any problem, you can mention it in the chat box. Today you have any other class? In the morning hours, do you have any other class? Yes, students, please reply. And from day after tomorrow, your exams will start. Yes, students, please reply. No answer is coming. Is the screen visible? Yes, students, is it visible to all? Okay. And what question I have asked? Did you had any other class in the morning? Okay. So tomorrow also we can take the class. In the morning only I will take your class. If I didn't had any exam duty tomorrow, then I will take the class. Okay. So this is the flowchart symbols. We all know this is your start, arrow, decision making box, normalization just to initialize the variables. Kiran and Dheeraj, I allowed you to for the class. So this disturbs the whole class. Please be on time. You all know the basic concept of this flowchart. Oval shape indicates start or stop. Arrow to know the flow direction of your flowchart, where it has to move. Parallelogram indicates input-output operation. Rectangle indicates process operation. Diamond indicates decision-making box. Double-sided rectangle indicates execution of a subroutine. So for every program, it's a good practice to first draw the flow chart so that your mind will know, it will make up that I have to use this logic. I can use some other logic also, irrespective of the one which I have wrote earlier. So drawing a flowchart is a good practice that will increase your skills of programming, because your basic concept will be clear ki how many variables are required, how many functions I have to define, what logic I can use, how many logics I can use. So you should draw flowchart first and then write your program. So now we will start with some basic program, and you all know the basic data instructions set very well. So write down first program, store the data byte 32 hex into memory location 4000 hex. So student, now we will have interaction also. You have to mention, or you have to write your program in the chat box also. फर्स्ट ड्रॉ दी फ्लो चार्ट. अभी हमें क्या करना है, ये तो क्या बहुत छोटा प्रोग्राम है, 3 लाइन 2 लाइन का प्रोग्राम है, तो नो नीड टू ड्रॉ द फ्लो चार्ट ओवर हियर. नीलेश शर्मा, okay students, what is to be done in this program? Store the data byte 32 hex into memory location 4000 hex. This program will come under your section of data transfer instruction only. No need to use another classification of your instruction set. So how I will start writing the program? कोई बता सकता है? Yes student, no reply. I'm waiting. क्या करना है इस प्रोग्राम में मुझे? I think class is so much dull. It's totally deactive class. You have to reply. I'm waiting for the reply. We are doing programming. So I want some responses from you. So what is to be done in this program? हम किस तरीके से लिख सकते हैं इस प्रोग्राम को? और तुम चाहते हो कि सिर्फ मैं पढ़ा दूं, तो that also I can do. Yeah, I will just tell you, write down this program. We won't be discussing anything in the class. Discussion means it's a two-way communication. So what is to be done in this program? सिर्फ हमें 32 hex को स्टोर करना है 4000 मेमोरी लोकेशन में. So you are having the list of data transfer instruction. Use the instructions. First, what I will do, I have to store 32 hex into this memory location. I can first assign this memory location by using LXI. Instruction. Then I can transmit this instruction. See, this is the immediate data is given to you. So I can't use move instruction over here. MOV, because MOV is used to transfer register to register. So I will use MVI instruction A, given 52 hex. I will use MVI A, 52 hex. By using this instruction, you can store your data into accumulator. Clear? Or you can use any other register. But what is the benefit to use accumulator? The benefit is that you can use few instructions directly from where you can store the accumulated data at that memory location. So just in 2 lines, you can write your program. Okay, students. So the program will be this. And always we have to terminate our program. So for that, I will always write HLT instruction. To halt the program, to terminate the program, to end the program, I will write HLT instruction. So the program is there on the screen. You can see it. You can visualize the program. So what I did, MVIA, 52 hex. 52 hex data क्या हुआ मेरा accumulator में shift हो गया. And why I am shifting it in the accumulator? My source is 52 hex and destination is accumulator. This is my source. This is my source and that is my destination. Okay, students. Now, next instruction I am using STA. What do you mean by STA? STA क्या करता है? It copy accumulator contents at address 4000 hex. But the basic need is that the data should be there in accumulator. So that's why I used MVI A, 52 hex. Destination is my A. STA store the contents of accumulator at the address mentioned in the program. So this is my one way to write the program. So students got this? Any doubt? Now you write your own program for this only, and it's very easy. So write down another program for this same question. You can write down some other program. Apply your own logic. See the data transfer instruction. Apply some other logic. So क्या लिखा बताओ? Mention it. You can use Alexa instruction. I am showing you the other option of this program because I don't think you are interested to write the program. So you just copy it from what I have written. Alexa H, 4000 hex. ये तुम्हें पूरा लिखना है, मैंने नहीं लिखा है. Alexa H कैसे लिखते हैं Alexa instruction को? You should know. It will load HL pair with 4000 hex. That means it will assign the memory. We can assign the memory over here by writing this instruction. Whenever I require that particular memory location to store the result, to store the data, I have to use Alexa H, that memory location. Then I can use M directly in any of the instruction. So Alexa H, 4000 hex. MVI M, क्या आएगा यहाँ पे? What we will write? MVI M, 32 hex. How I will write this? I am writing the program in the chat box. Alexa H, comma 4000 hex. Then I will mention MVI instruction, MVI M, comma 32 hex. Then I will write halt. So this is my program, a very simple program. Okay, so I will move ahead. Write down second program. Exchange the contents of memory location 2000 hex and 4000 hex. Can you write? How I will exchange the contents of memory location? First, I have to initialize the memory locations. Okay, students. First, I will initialize. Then I will use some techniques to exchange. How I can exchange the content? I can exchange register to register. I will copy the data which is present at that memory location in some other register. In a single memory location, we can store 8-bit data. Clear? 4000 hex अगर मैं इनिशियलाइज करती हूँ तो उसमें 8-bit डेटा प्रेजेंट होगा. उस 8-bit डेटा को मुझे एक्सचेंज करना है विद द मेमोरी लोकेशन 2000 hex. So what I will do, I will first take out the data of 2000 hex into accumulator. What I can do, I will use some instruction where you can first load the data of 2000 hex into accumulator. Then again, what I will do, I will exchange the content of accumulator with some other register so that now I can take the content of 4000 hex into accumulator. मैंने पहला वाला कंटेंट तो रजिस्टर बी में स्टोर कर दिया, accumulator से लेके किसी और रजिस्टर में स्टोर कर दिया मैंने. ओके, एनी ऑफ द रजिस्टर आई एम टेकिंग इट एज बी. Then what I will do, I will take the contents of this again into accumulator. Now I will exchange the contents of A and B. It's as simple as that. So how I will write the program? LDA 2000 hex. This is the first memory location from where I have to take the data. This instruction will store the data 2000 hex into accumulator. Okay, students, into accumulator. Clear? Then accumulator data will be moved to register B. रजिस्टर ए का डेटा मैंने बी में स्टोर कर दिया है. क्यों? क्योंकि अक्यूमुलेटर का डेटा वापस मुझे कुछ और डेटा उसमें स्टोर करना है, इसीलिए मैंने उस डेटा को चेंज कर दिया है. अगेन आई विल यूज LDA 4000 hex. अगेन दिस डेटा विल बी लोडेड इनटू अक्यूमुलेटर. ठीक है, अब मैं क्या करूंगी, जो डेटा अक्यूमुलेटर में है 4000 hex का, उसकी जगह मुझे क्या करना है, उस डेटा को लेना है मुझे 2000 hex मेमोरी लोकेशन पर. So I will use STA instruction to store that data directly. 4000 hex went into accumulator. Accumulator से मैंने डेटा स्टोर कर दिया again at 2000 hex. 2000 hex पे किसका डेटा आ गया? अब डेटा आ गया मेरा 4000 hex का. ओके, क्लियर? सो मूव A, B. B में डेटा था मेरा 2000 hex का, उसको मैंने accumulator में ले लिया वापस. And again I use this instruction STA 4000 hex. So data is exchanged. There are so many ways to write this same program, but my students are not at all interested to write the program. In exam, I will ask you program, so you have to write some program. For that, you need practice. For that, you need to learn all the different varieties of instructions, which we have discussed very, very thoroughly in the class. And this will finish my unit 3rd also, assembly language programming. And there are n number of programs. Few programs are given in Gavkar book very nicely. If you are using any local book, so just verify whether they are using right instructions. and somewhere they don't use proper syntax. So you should be very much clear about that before doing any work from your local books. Otherwise, Godse and Gavkar both books are very nice. N number of programs, logics are clearly mentioned in that books. So you can go through that also. So students, can you write its second version of this program? Any other logic can you implement? Should I give you 5 minutes so that you can write your program, or I should move ahead? Just tell me. आगे बढ़ना हो तो I will discuss the next program. Or you will try to write the program in your copy. Okay, so you are not interested to write the program, so we will move ahead. This is my second logic of the program, where I have initialized HL register pair and DE register pair, so that now I can exchange the contents. LXI H means I have initialized the memory, so I can move this data of M into B register, because मेमोरी में डेटा आ चुका है, उसको मुझे किसी और रजिस्टर में लेना पड़ेगा, सो दैट आई कैन अगेन स्टोर द डेटा 4000 हेक्स इनटू दैट मेमोरी लोकेशन 2000 हेक्स. सो मूव बी कॉमा एम. एम में क्या कंटेंट था? एम में कंटेंट था मेरा 2000 hex, which was initialized by H. HL pair data is always stored in M. So I move the data from M to B. So I move the data from M to B. LDAXD, get the contents of memory location 4000 hex into A register. What I did, this DE pair had the contents of memory location 4000 hex. उसका डेटा मैंने क्या कर दिया? रजिस्टर ए में ले लिया है. एक डेटा मेरा रजिस्टर बी में है, दूसरा डेटा मेरा ए में है. ए में किसका डेटा है? 4000 एक्स मेमोरी लोकेशन का. नाउ आई विल जस्ट इंटरचेंज दिस डेटास बाय यूजिंग मूव इंस्ट्रक्शन. मूव एम कॉमा ए. एम में था ये डेटा, वो चला गया ए में. ए का डेटा जो था 4000 हेक्स, दैट इज स्टोर्ड इन एम. ओके, और m का डेटा मैंने पहले ही b में स्टोर कर दिया था, तो सो नो ओवरराइटिंग ऑफ डेटा विल टेक्स प्लेस. यू आर हैविंग योर फर्स्ट डेटा. आई स्टोर्ड इट इनटू मेमोरी लोकेशन m. m is now initialized. We all know m is initialized by your h, that is 2000 hex. So data has exchanged. First data exchange is from 4000 hex to 2000 hex. Now 2000 hex का जो डेटा था, that is remaining to store at 4000 location. So now what I will do, that data is present at memory location B, sorry, memory register B. So now I will use this B to change the content to A. A में मेरा डेटा चला गया है. I can use some other instruction also. No need कि हम यही instructions यूज में ले, हम कोई और भी instruction यूज में ले सकते हैं यहाँ पे. So move M comma A. मूव ए कॉमा बी. बी में जो मेरा डेटा था 2000 एक्स का, उसको मैंने अक्यूमुलेटर में ले लिया है. नाउ accumulator was also free because I have changed the data of accumulator into memory location. So no overwriting I am doing. Generally in exchange compare instructions, comparing the programs, we need this to be very clearly mentioned that which register I am using. Before using that register, whether we are overwriting the data or I have saved that data or not, so I should mention it very clearly. Otherwise, what will happen? You will feel you are writing a right program, but when you will run this program, the data will be lost. You won't get proper answers. So now accumulator में data आ गया, मुझे किस में store करना है? 4000 hex में, ठीक है. और 4000 hex को मैंने किससे locate कर रखा है? By register D. So I can use stacks D. I can't use STAD, okay, because STA requires memory location. Stacks D, store the contents of A register into memory location 4000 hex. Store the contents of A register into memory location 4000 hex. 4000 hex, which is initialized by register D. It is not initializing the memory location, okay, pointed by pointer H. It is pointed by D, so we can't use it as a memory pointer. ठीक है, इसीलिए मैंने stacks D लिखा है. एंड M से मैं कौन सी लोकेशन आइडेंटिफाई कर रही हूँ? जो H में है. H में है 2000 hex. So this completes your second program. Write down third program. Find the 2's complement of the number stored at memory location 4200 hex and store the complemented number at memory location 4300 hex. Finished writing the program? So what logic I have will apply over here? 2's complement कैसे find करते हैं students? Yes, Anisha, Amisha. Hemu. What is the logic to find 2's complement? How I will find 2's complement? By first adding 1. Is it right? Or by first complementing, taking 1's complement and then adding 1 to that. That will give you 2's complement. Yes, it's 1's complement plus 1. So that logic you have to apply. So how you will complement the data? दो मेमोरी लोकेशंस क्यों बताए यहाँ पे? What is the logic of 2 memory location? What will be the logic? How you will get 1's complement? That is my question. Do I have any direct instruction? Do I have any direct instruction? ये तो बता सकते हो. Complement accumulator CMA. Okay. So what I have to do first, I am having that number at 4200x. So I have to take that number into accumulator, complement it, add to 1 using addition instruction, then again store that result at 4300x. Yes, that's the logic. So please write the program. Just 5-6 minutes are left, students. So write this because we have to do more programs. So can you write the logic? So can you write your program? Very easy. You can draw your flowchart also, which is shown here. Start, get the number. Yes, CMA you have to use. Get the number, then complement the number because that logic you have to apply. Then add instruction, add 1 ADI 01x. Instead of this instruction, see, you can use add also. For that you have to use 2 instruction. So directly we should use ADI only because it is a your substitute of that larger instruction set. ADI 01, तो ADI में accumulator में जो data होगा उसमें 01 add हो जाएगा. Accumulator में जो data है वो complemented data है from this given memory location. Then again store the result and terminate the program. So this is your flowchart. Finished. Next program, we are just doing basic programs, very simple programs. Should I move ahead? Write down next program. Add the contents of memory locations 4000 hex and 4001 hex and place the result in memory location 4002 hex. So I am assuming this sample problem 4000 hex, 14 hex is there, 4001, 89 hex is there. Adding this, I should get 90 hex. You can take any other example and that should be stored in 4002 hex in the next memory location. Okay. So how I will start writing the program. Generally, such type of programs, I will use LXI instruction, LXI H, comma. Always use proper syntax. Few silly mistakes would be there in my presentation somewhere, but you should write the correct format. Okay. So LXI H, 4000x, 4000x में जो data था, उसको मैंने accumulator में ले लिया because why we are taking it in accumulator? Can anybody explain why I am taking this data into accumulator? Because which instruction I will use for this program? Yes, students, please reply. Because I have to use add instruction, and add instruction, one of the operand is A. So always I have to use that. So move A comma M. Then I am using INX instruction. Why I am using INX instruction? Because just next memory location is here. 4000 के बाद की मेमोरी लोकेशन है 4000x. So no need to write LXIH instruction because it will consume 3 bytes of length, 3 locations of memory. So I will never use this instruction. I will use simply INXH. We will use only, require only 1 byte of data. So INSH will point to 4001 memory location. Add M. M में क्या add होगा? M plus A. And again the result will be stored into accumulator. M plus A. And the result is stored in accumulator. Result is stored in accumulator. M plus A, result is stored in accumulator. Again INXH because into next memory location I want to store my result. So move M comma A. And at last halt. So this is the very basic logic of this program. Completed in your copy. Is it clear, students? Finished? This is a flow chart. Very simple. You can draw your own flow chart. Okay, next program. Subtract the contents. Same. Okay, addition क्या था? अब यहाँ पे subtract करना है. This you have to do by your own. Okay, subtract the contents of memory location 4001 hex from the memory location 2000 hex. See, the memory location has changed. Okay, and place the result in the memory location 4002 hex. Clear? Next program. You have to write your own program. Next homework. Pack the 2 unpacked BCD numbers. Pack the 2 unpacked BCD numbers stored in memory locations 4200 hex and 4201 hex and store result in memory location 4300 hex. Assume the least significant digit is stored at